So if you've watched some of my videos, you've seen some of the connections I'm showing with Back to the Future 2 and our next 9/11 happening on 6/11, which was the time that was on the clock at the Twin Towers Mall when Doc Brown had the uranium that he had gotten, and they're coming to kill him, and they end up going 88 miles per hour and going back to the future. All right, 88 miles an hour is 142 kilometers per hour, and we just had the Pope Francis pass away on 4/21/142, and that's when Rome was built as well. It's also the birthday of Queen Elizabeth. It's also a reflection day of 9/11. All right, 9/11 leaves a day. It's the 254th day of the year, leaving 111 days left in the year. 4/21, the day the Pope passed away, is the 111th day, leaving 254 days left in the year. They're just mirrors of each other. Also, I've showed you connections how the Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder, Pacers are connected to the RV. They're acting our RV. It is the RV capital of the world. I've connected it to a speech that Trump put out on 6/5/2020, the same day that Game 1 is against, it's Game 1, 6/5 against Oklahoma City Thunder, who happen to used to be the Seattle Supersonics, which is connected to a Seattle event with Elvis connection, the Needle, Sleepless in Seattle, and that was connected to the Supersonics, who happened to be the Thunder, who the last time they won was 1979, which is the 22nd prime, and Trump just happens to be turning 79 3 days after 6/11. So if there's an event on 6/11, it would be the mockery of Christ, which is 3 days later he rose again, and that's 3 days later is Trump's birthday when he turns 79, 22nd prime, 22 years after the Iraq dinar devalued in 2003. Yeah, a lot of connections, all right? That was a lot to take in there. So 6/11 would be Game 3. That is the 162nd day of the year, leaving 203 days left in the year. 1/6/2, Kobe Bryant passed away on 1/2/6. The RV was devalued in 2003. That day is a day leaving 203 days left in the year. All connected, all right? 203, 23, 9th prime. This year is a 9 year. It's been 22 years since the RV devalued. 9/2/2. RV is the 18th letter. 8 plus 1 is 9. V is the 22nd letter. 22. 9/22. All connected. Now, this year is a snake year. It's connected to Kobe Bryant. All right? Kobe Bryant's team was the Eagles. Eagles won the Super Bowl, 40-22. That 22 again, telling you 22 years after the Iraq dinar devalued. 22 is a master number. My birthday, 9/16/77, master number. My name, Aaron Fisher, Aaron Ray Fisher, master number. It's all 22. All right, so that's probably why I'm connected as well. The 79, the Oklahoma Seattle Supersonics, they didn't win since 1979. Trump, after Game 4, 3 days, the next day is 6/14. He turns 79. So 79, 22nd prime. Our world works in prime numbers. All right. The Eagles won with 40 points. The day was on the 40th day of the year. The Super Bowl was, and LeBron James, who's connected as well, was turned 40 during the season. Let's get back to Elvis and Back to the Future. All right. So we know that Biff looked like Trump. All right. And some people say that Elvis is Trump when they do their side by sides and they line up. There's a guy out there that lines everybody up. There could be several versions of ourselves here, all at the same time. This also talks about time travel. All right. So Trump equals 88. And how fast did you have to go in Back to the Future? 88 miles per hour. Okay. So what did Doc Brown say? When this hits 88, you're going to see some serious ish. Well, what happened with Doc Brown when he thought of the flux capacitor? He fell and hit his head on the toilet. What did Elvis do? He got a scar on his forehead right here. All right. Both of them. Doc Brown did too. He fell and hit his head on a toilet. Now I didn't fall and hit my head on a toilet, but I got a giant scar right here that went right through my eye. Same spot. It's also a scar right here. It just appeared out of nowhere. All right. I'm saying that there are several people in this world. We keep coming back, and I think that there's several different versions of ourselves here. Any thought that you've ever had of what you wanted comes back and it plays out that role. Every thought that you've ever had, you play out that role. And it's not in another timeline, it's in this timeline. We're all here right now at the same time. So we got everything that I'm seeing right now is connected to Seattle. And it's crazy is that the Seattle, okay, Seattle Seahawks, their coach and their quarterback came to the Raiders. The Raiders, their next loss is 501. Levi Strauss, 501. Elvis went to Vegas, all right? The Man of Steel, He just passed away this last year, 5 days before his Christmas birthday. The Man of Steel played for the Oakland A's. The Vegas Raiders used to be the Oakland Raiders. The same exact thing, all right? So we're going to see an event. And I know there's a guy named Jurassic Liars out there who said it's going to deal with Seattle. And I'm showing you all the other Seattle connections that I'm connected to. Now, there also may be something going on with the Golden State Bridge. It may collapse as well. It's been foreshadowed in a lot of news stories, okay? And if that happens, maybe the Super Bowl is not going to be at Levi Stadium. That's another connection. Their stadium is Levi Stadium. They're supposed to have the Super Bowl this year in Levi Stadium, also connected to Elvis. 47 years after he passed away on 8/16, okay? And he died a snake year. This is a snake year. Snake, what do you think about snake? And that's where I come up with Kobe Bryant. He was the Black Mamba. He had a 666 workout, all right? The 36 triangular, all right? I can show you a whole bunch of stuff with the 36 with sports that have been happening lately. 3 + 6 is 9. This is a 9 year. It's also an 11 life path. That's why you saw all those planes falling. 9/11. 9/11, when it happened in 2001, that's a snake year. See, so Elvis passed away a snake year. 9/11 happened a snake year. And here we are in another snake year. And Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, whose Eagles won 40-22, total 62 points. And Michael Jordan just turned 62 on 2/17, which are the buildings that fell on 9/11. 1, 2, and 7. His birthday, 2/17. Also connected to the eclipse that happened on 4/8 last year. And Michael Jordan's birthday this year is the 48th day of the year. Okay? 48, connected also to Obama, whose birthday is 8/4. There's also a story out there, a prediction that somehow Trump gets a head wound on Obama's birthday, which is 8/4. And I know that Barack Obama equals 116. Reversed, 6/11. Upside down, 9/11. So something could play out with Obama as well. And why them? Because they were in Chicago. The GOAT, and probably the two most famous people in the world, Obama and Michael Jordan, Chicago. One was a politician, one was the GOAT. And they both have 8/4 as a birthday and 48th day of the year, connected to the total solar eclipse that happened on 4/8 last year. And where did it make the cross in 2017 and 2024? Right in Carbondale, Illinois. Carbon, 6th element. The number of man. Kobe Bryant, 666. His birthday is 823, and the atomic mass of uranium is 238, which is connected to Back to the Future. We are living in crazy land, and I could just go on and on and on about what's going on right now. It's crazy. We're going to get back to Elvis. So Elvis, I think that it's connected to the Bible, which he could have been Elias. He could have been Elijah. Elijah never died. All right, his spirit was passed on. And even Jesus in the book of Matthew said that John the Baptist had the spirit of Elvis. And he was talking about literally, okay? Now, how would John the Baptist have known this? He wouldn't, all right? Unless he had some kind of a confirmation and was told it. Now, you might just think, oh, he had the demeanor of Elijah. But no, Jesus said John the Baptist had the spirit of Elijah. So if you look at the book of Obadiah, it's the 31st book, 11th Prion. I told you about 11 is the confirmation number. It's got 21 verses. And Obadiah was a Levite. Levite, Levi, LV. Snake, S, and LV, snake in the garden, Elvis. The book of Obadiah talks about sending an ambassador into the garden amongst the heathen. All right? Elvis, as wild as he was, what did he always do? He always professed Jesus as the true king. All right, so that would be like a snake in the Garden of Eden. He connected with everybody. He did all those sexual moves. He was promiscuous. He cheated on multiple women, but he still always spoke the true, that Jesus was the true king. All right, that would be like the spirit of Elias, Elijah, New Age, Elvis. El is God. El in the Bible, in Spanish, El is the. T-H-E, backwards, E-T-H. That's your Ethereum, your etheric realm, everything that's in front of us. If you had a radio right here, you could tap into every frequency because there's frequencies going everywhere. This is our consciousness, right? When you shut off, you lose your consciousness, right? So, it's also oxygen, which is the 8th letter. 8, 88, that's your infinity, right? That's the snake that bites its tail. That's the Ouroboros. That's the 138. E-T-H, E, 5th letter. H, 8th. T, 20th. That's 258. That's tic-tac-toe. Look at your phone. You're going to see 258. Tic-tac-toe. That's your consciousness. That's Ethereum. That's the I am. Anyway, there's a lot going on here. So all I'm doing is just connecting the dots, like Pee Wee Herman said. Connect the dots. La 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 la. Also, if Obama is connected to this, you have to realize Barack is lightning. Thunder. And here we have Thunder in the finals against the Pacers, which are connected to the RV capital of the world, Indiana. Oh, they're 22. Who wears number 22? 22 for the Fever and Caitlin Clark. And then you got for the Aces, I forgot her name, but she wears number 22. She's going to be in probably the MVP of the league. Or I think they're probably not the MVP of the league, but she's probably going to win the championship. Maybe she does win the MVP too. But there we go again. We got Vegas connected with the Indiana. I think they're going to be in the WNBA championship. Now, I predicted them preseason before all this, and now I'm connecting it. And I didn't think the Pacers were going to be there, but now it does make sense, connected to everything that's going on.